sometimes the taboo subject to talk about death, but we're all going to die, right? And having an estate plan is not really for you. It's for your loved one.
Right.
And getting people to start talking about that and asking more questions about what happens when I die, that's important.
So if you have and I hope you do, have a soon-to-be client that's listening right now, what are some things that she or he might need to have in mind before they reach out to you?
A lot of the times people think that they have to have all of their assets in a very beautiful spreadsheet and listed and account numbers perfect and all that. Don't worry about any of that. Come to me first. We will go over your assets, absolutely, but I don't need the nitty-gritty details to just have that first appointment with you. There are certain accounts and certain assets that I will have to dig deeper into once that comes out. But still a good idea to have a ballpark understanding of your estate value, ballpark understanding of where all your accounts are, and also some designations in mind. I will help you go through all of those designations, but start talking to people now. It's a hard conversation, but I do have some clients coming to me and saying, "Why didn't I put anything on the intake form? Because I don't know." It's like, okay. And then when they hear about what all it entails, maybe because they don't understand truly what a trustee is or a guardian or a power of attorney. And then after I explain it, they say, "Oh, I definitely have to talk to those people." Yes, you probably should. You don't want to surprise anybody in your will or in your trust. You kind of want to prepare them a little bit first.
Yes.
And so that's what I would encourage people to do is just open communication. I have to say that over and over to myself too. And also, people's lives change constantly, right? Divorce happens, death happens, accidents happen. So every few years, if some big life event has happened, go back and look at your estate plan. You do not want someone named as a guardian in there that may now have a drinking problem. You want to get that name completely. And a lot of people think it's rude to say who you don't want as a guardian. No, it's not rude. It's important. I put in who you don't want as a guardian as well. And I'm probably not in the majority there for attorneys, but you want it as clear as mud, so they say.
Yes. Yeah. What is a question that you wish people would ask more often?
As far as for estate plans, like, why do I need a will? I don't have very many assets. Why do I need a will? Why can't I just write something down on a piece of paper? I like those questions. I'll tell you why. And here's an example. And I give a real life example of why that didn't work or how that didn't work. Right. And all of the problems that trickled down after the fact. So I just wish people would actually listen to someone in this industry and not someone on TikTok, because I will say we have seen even professionals, financial advisors, CPAs, trust companies. I've actually had a trust company send me a trust that was wrong. It would have had a lot of complications if I didn't correct it. So not saying that I never make a mistake, but you have to go back and really look at that trust agreement. So I think it's kind of the thought of, well, that won't happen to me, or do I really need this, or won't it just all work out? So I do wish people would kind of just start openly talking about it. I know sometimes the taboo subject to talk about death, but we're all going to die, right? And having an estate plan is not really for you. It's for your loved one. And getting people to start talking about that and asking more questions about what happens when I die, that's important. I think a little tiny silver lining of COVID is a lot of people started asking questions, and a lot of people started really thinking about, wow, I just had someone pass away from a disease that we knew nothing about. Like, whoa, that huge thing that happened in our world, in our community. And so I would just encourage, I guess that to answer your question, that's what I would like people to talk about more and to ask questions more to attorneys that truly want to help and know and understand what they're going through.
For sure. The thing that I would add to that is then to talk to your family about it. I read a book called The Willing Wisdom, and he talks about having a family meeting. I'd love to have him on the podcast one day. But so you make your designations and you have your directives and all of that, and then you talk to your family like on a yearly basis. So in our family, we're doing it every January. And then the kids at first was awkward. We have adult kids. It was awkward and I was nervous because I didn't even want to have a will, but I eventually came around. But we weren't even halfway through. And my oldest daughter said, thank you so much for calling this meeting, because they're hearing why we made these designations and why we want these, why we're requesting these certain things or not wanting certain things. And it's not about this person making a difficult decision on her own free will. So everybody's on the same page. And it was a hard conversation, but I'm looking forward to the next one. We had our first one in January. We'll have our next one in January again. And they were like, you know what? We need to be thinking about having a will. So even though they're in their 30s, it's not too early for them. Yeah. So I'm excited.
No, I love that. I'm going to use that. I tend to, when I have family where I know there's already some or a little bit of discord or a little bit of competition between siblings, because I'm hearing the parents talk about it and things, I say the best thing to do is talk to them about why you're designating who for what, right? We can put a no contest clause all day long in these wills, but still people can get their feelings hurt. And when they get their feelings hurt, they lash out. And then you could delay probate forever and it could just become really complicated. But if you have it now when you're alive and you have other people's input, it might really help. I actually had that similar scenario happen where all the kids wanted to be involved with the mother's planning and they all wanted to be on the phone. And it was very difficult to kind of get a little firm with them and say, look, I only have one client here and I'm going to speak with her only. And then in whatever she talks with her family members after that is of course up to her, but you can't have outside influences. So it's so important to all be on the same page. I love that. I'm going to use that until a family meeting every year, especially with kiddos that have disabilities. That's even more important.
And I was thinking for the trustee too, for them to know why you're thinking this way or that way. And wow, we have covered a lot. It has been so helpful. I just love this part of my job because I get to learn from people like you and get to help point other people in your direction when I'm always listening for how I can help someone and really careful about who I recommend them to. So Carly, it's honestly a privilege to have you on the show today. And I so appreciate you taking the time out of your very busy schedule to be here and to help people that will be listening and, doing those midnight searches on what to do because they're stressed out and don't know where to go. So I really hope that you get some calls from this. Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you so much, Sherri.
To catch the full episode, check the link in the YouTube description for the Probate Podcast episode 16, or subscribe for more tips each week.